Hello and welcome back to Speedynet, the one and only company with a massive sprawling network that is generating raging amounts of profits. Yeah, that is us, and just look at this. Look at the crazy amount of trains that are just running over here. It is busy, and it will only become even more busy. So now, as per usual by now, I have let the game run for a while, whilst doing some balancing, adjusting capacities and all that, and just also to see whether or not this timber yard was able to keep all our coal mines in gung-ho quadruple status. Well, I have some bad news. It just isn't. It's not much, but it isn't entirely. And what I've done, see, this one's a very small train. This used to be just a copy of train 13 over here. And, well, that was too much. It just couldn't cope. There were not enough supplies. And as a result, most of the times, the big train that delivers the supplies to the 6 coal mines to the east rather than to the northeast, that one usually didn't fill up completely, but that is crucial that that one fills up completely, because otherwise both mines will be in double production, which is bad. So at least, well, I think I've been having it run for like a month or 3 or 4 with these lengths now in there, and it seems that it is now able to just supply enough engineering supplies. However, there is a big however to this, because it is all reacting on itself basically, because chemicals are also what is needed over here. So, in that light, we are, of course, if we just zoom out a little bit, we are moving the chemicals from this lime kiln over there to over here. But we also have a lime kiln over here, and I've started to move the chemicals from this one to over here as well. So if we just zoom in and take a look over here, you can also see it right now. These longer trains, not the one over here, but these two are the ones that deliver the chemicals from the northeast. Now that is quite a distance away, because if you just take a look, I mean, these ones come from over here, right? That's already quite a distance, but this one has to go like this, detour, and then all the way through here till, well, actually it has to make a detour and then grab the chemicals. Now, in terms of like absolute distance, it might be equal, but this is high speed 4 lane. That's good. This is slow as traffic jammed 2 lane. So yeah, I think, you know, in my eyes, these tracks over here, they need some attention. We need to, well, upgrade it a little bit. But I've also noticed a flaw in our track designs, which is over here. The ones with a sharp eye will see it instantly. I have unfortunately not, well, you know, it kind of escaped my attention, so to say, but this one needs to hook up to this one too, because what happens right now, and you'll see that especially when it's busy, is that all the trains move to the inner lane to just continue up there, and that causes big traffic jams, so big even that over here the trains start to pile up and having troubles climbing the hill. So that's one thing that we need to address. Another thing that we need to address over here is that this station is starting to become a little bit too small. I think we would need to add like 1 or 2 lanes to it, so that it can handle the sheer amount of, well, you know, of goods that we have over here. Another thing that we need to address is over here. Well, this station, we kind of knew that. I'm gonna try and see if I can get away with upgrading it. But the biggest one that we need to do is this one, because this is only gonna get more and more. Look at what's already going over here. These are all long trains and there's only 2 lanes. I'm thinking that we should upgrade this station so that it becomes like one of those roundabout stations, you know? Well, I mean, no, not a roundabout. I mean, a roundabout is something crazy from the previous series, but just one that goes in a loop, because that is just able to handle so much more capacity, and I do not have the space over here to really make something that is just an in and out station like this, you know? So, or a roll in, roll out station. It needs to be like one that is continuous, because I just don't have the space to create all the tracks over here because of this water. So yeah, that's another point of attention. And with that, because there's so much traffic over here and they're all long trains, I'm starting to think that we need duo lane entrance tracks over here. Yeah, I mean, that's a real, you know, concern that I think we should upgrade to, but that's another one thing. Then up here, well, it's not so much up here. I mean, these tracks, they're fine, you know. Granted, they're not the most efficient ones, but these tracks are fine. It's when we start getting, well, it's not so much over here. Sometimes it is, but it is when we start getting over here, especially these sections, and even more so over here. This, it's crowded, it's really bursting, you know, it's at its limits. And well, the thing is that currently, because of the increased coal production, you know, whilst I was balancing, I kind of discovered a tiny stupid mistake, and that was that these vehicles were not set to transfer goods. Instead, they would just put it there and then take it and just you know, take the same stuff they just delivered and then have a full, you know, well, just run around with a full load till they arrived here, unload it and then take it. And yeah, that doesn't really work. So that's why I mean, you know, I was checking this and I was like saying, like, how come we have 2,000 tons of coal lying around here? So I started moving that, but yeah, that's kind of like what you see over there, you know, because I was like, wow, that's a lot. So, but in any case, the point is that because of the increased coal production over here, which is unfortunately going to be double for the time being, we have an increased farm supply production. And what I've done is that the farm supply train, which is this one, was a bit shorter, so I've lengthened it up, and that's like one of the most recent things I've did. So right now, well, you know, I mean, I could have just continued balancing, and what I would have done was just wait and see if we started having pileups of farm supplies on all of these stations, and if that was the case, I would then up the supply vehicles, up the production, and, well, you know, I guess you know the whole drill. But yeah, that's kind of like what still needs to happen. So yeah, now these tracks, I mean, I don't know, this is going to be like, you know, if we do this, what I'm considering is like do this proper, you know, and then I think, I don't know, I'm not really sure. Like, for example, this is fine, you know, this section, but yeah, it's really over here. We would need to upgrade this. We would need to upgrade the size of these stations, the amount of tracks everywhere. It's gonna be a nightmare doing that, really. So I'm not entirely sure on this, but it needs doing. It's on the agenda. Now, having just, you know, like shared on the whole to-do list of Speedynet, I have joyous news, because if we go to the depot here, you will see... no, that's not the depot. This is the depot. If we go to the depot here, you will see that our locomotives here, they now look different. This one hasn't changed, but this one has. Look at this, it is now version 2, I believe, which means that it goes at 112 kilometers an hour, has quite a bit of pulling power, And well, it's also more expensive, of course, but it's not that much more expensive. And the running costs a year also aren't that much more. And then there's this one, you know, the 10-wheeler, which goes just a little bit slower, but look at the pulling power. It has almost the same pulling power as this one. It's just a lot better. Also has pretty much the same reliability. It is a little bit more expensive, but I mean, that's everything. It's just that the speed is outrageous. One thing though, I mean, these carriages, or the limits on all of them is still 96. Even this fancy refrigerator thing still has a 96 kilometer speed limit. So it's nice, those upgrades, and the Newton effort thing is definitely helping out. But the top speed, I don't know. In any case, now that we have that, you know, which is nice, yeah, I think it is about time that we start doing some work. Now, one of the things that I have noticed over here at this lime kiln is that we have a lot of chemicals. I've added 2 more trains, you know, moving those chemicals to the timber yard, and well, for now, I still need to see whether or not that is enough. But one of the things I realized when I was looking at this is that if we deliver stone within a month of the coal, and while coal isn't really the issue, then the production steps up. And so far, I think that we are not really delivering stone, well, you know, continuously within a month of the coal deliveries. And as it happens, there is a dredging site over here, which, well, you know, I see possibilities over here. We could start well, moving some stone in, well, you know, in small boats, so we have more frequent deliveries of smaller quantities towards this lime kiln, just to keep up the improved production, which in turn would jack up the whole chemical production even further. So that's definitely a thing we're going to do. But first I want to upgrade this station. So why don't we get a start with that first, shall we? Alrighty, that's this station upgraded at the very least, and it might actually be that the amount of trains for chemicals that we have might be just enough. However, the big question now, of course, is can we hook up a dock towards to the station. Let's see. If I were to join this up here with the lime kiln. Oh, nice! Nice! Right, well, that's pretty much all that we need. So I'll quickly go and set up some ships here for this dredging site. Right, okay. Now I've started out with 6 of these small boats. I don't know whether or not that will be enough, but I have also put them onto timetabling so that we will see regular intervals. I mean, usually, you know, I don't do that, but with ships and well, you know, the purpose that we're using this for, I think it would be a pretty good decision to timetable this. I just hope that we'll have enough that we won't have massive amounts of stone lying around. But then again, it's not really about the quantity, it's about the fact that we actually deliver it over there. So, now, is it just me, or if we go to a ship list and we check out the ungrouped ships, and I see that there's a lot of them that I still need to group. I've had a little bit of backlog on that. Derp. Now, well, I'll do that after this video, but I don't know, the timetabling, shouldn't that mean that they wait at the docks as far as I'm aware? They're not timetabled yet. I guess that will work. It will work itself out. It's working for the passenger services as well, so I'm sure that that will work. At you know, give it some time, and that should mean that we should see a constant high production over here of chemicals. Yeah, very good. Okay, so that's one thing ticked off the list. The other thing that we need to address is this area over here. Yeah, most definitely. So I'll quickly fix up this 4-lane situation here so that it is proper, truly continuing 4-lane. Oh no! What have I done? Why? No! This is really bad. This is really, really bad. Ah, no, balls! All I wanted to do was make a switch there, but you, stupid train, you had to... that's annoying. Now I have to keep you, and you. We need to remake those, so let's see. You went to the Friending Head Cross Woods, and you were the smaller train, weren't you? Yeah, you were. And you, let's see, what were your cargoes? Stone. Right, so we need to make like another stone train with 4 wagons over there. Yeah, alright. Fine, we'll do that. Balls! That is really, really bad. In any case, what we can do now is take a look at these newer trains with more pulling power. And take a look. Stone, huh? It's a good thing we actually have the alternative for this one and only sand pit now with our dredging sites. Alright, so there's still really no point in using this one, but let's see. I guess that this one's good enough for us right now. It has more pulling power. This was the one we need. This has much more pulling power. Yeah, alright. We're gonna go with one of those and then 4 of those vehicles. And then a caboose. Quickly set it up for stone. There. And then I just need to copy these orders really. Right. Now let's see the other train. I mean, I know it has crashed. This is gonna cause massive pileups. Look at that. Yeah, it really does. And it happened. Oh, balls, man. That is really bad. Yeah, that is truly bad. Any case, you were carrying our passengers. No! Passengers and mail. You were quite empty though, if that's the thing you were transporting. You went for the textile mill to the woods. That's from over there to... Where is that textile? Oh, that's all the way over there. You were the long distance train. Alrighty, well in that case, how many vehicles did you actually carry and how much did you need? Because how many passengers are over here? Only 39. Maybe it's actually not such a bad thing that I now look at these, because you had... Let me just... Yeah, look at that. I mean, speaking about slight overkill, I don't need... I could easily have gone by with like, I don't know, 3 wagons less. I guess we should do that too then, you know. So, right, we will get ourselves a new train here. We will get the fastest one for this one though, which is you, the 114 km/h thingy. Hopefully these will upgrade soon too. I know that they upgrade, or we get different carriages, but now well, we'll see. Right, so I think like this should be more than enough really. We could go with 6 just to be sure, make it somewhat future proof, but really. Now then, we need to copy the orders of those, and done. Right, that's bad. That is really bad. Now I also cannot... I now can't work on this either, and look at this, everything's clogging up. Oh man, this is really bad. Oh no, it's giving clear line right now. Right, okay. I guess then... Phew! Yeah, that gave me the opportunity to get in this switch in this very busy section, but other than that, lesson learned from this, don't do that whilst there's trains. I really did not expect that train to do that, but now well. Right, now that that is sorted and the trains have been replaced, it's a shame those 6 people died, but you can't always roll 6 on a dice. We should continue to... Well, I'm saying that. It's 6 freaking people. Ah, well, they're not even... I mean, they're just, you know, game numbers, really. That we can't even see them. It's not even that they have pixels on the screen. But still. Right, this is all hunky-dory. Over here, this station. I wonder whether or not we could just attach more stuff to it. We're gonna find out right very now. We can! Oh, that's really, really nice. Amazing. Alright, I guess we got some track upgrading to do then, huh? Alright, well, here we have it now, the station upgraded, and I must admit that this is not really, didn't go, well, right the first attempt, but, and some of you might wonder, like, why we have the supply route over here being tunneled. Usually it's better to have the, well, the routes with the full trains on equal grounds, but actually I might have done that. Well, yeah, it's partially, I mean, I could have gone over here with this one being on equal ground, but the thing is that it doesn't matter much in this station because, we get supplies from this direction, we get full passenger trains from this direction, we have coal going into this direction. It's a bit of a hodgepodge really, so with the trains. It's not like, they always come full from that direction and they always leave empty over there. It doesn't work like that on this station, so yeah, that's why we got it set up as is, which I think is a big improvement. So, on to the next thing of the to-do list. I mean, we can check this one off. This is one that needs it really badly. I must admit that it seems that with the shortened train length, we might be able to just cope now when it comes to supplies. Are you a yeah, you are the supply train. So if you take your lot, I wonder how much will still be left there, because that is going to be the telling sign basically. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Yeah. Alright. Looking good. Now, yeah, we need to upgrade this station, and we're gonna do that right now. I just need to kind of like think of, because, to me it's pretty much clear we need a 2-lane entrance. However, the exit of this station would then also need to be 2-lane. And therein lies the problem, because pretty much all the trains, but not all of them, need to go over here into this direction, for which we have this bridge. But, and that is the big thing, if we were to go 2-lane, we would have to basically, because first of all we're gonna be coming over here with our tracks. So if we go underneath, we would have to raise 2 height levels. I'd much rather have it if the exit tracks stay on this level, and we then just go over here, for example, do some terraforming, and then it's a shame we can't build diagonal bridges. Those would be a real blessing right now. But then do something like, I don't know, perhaps build a bridge over here, something like it. Or maybe just a bridge across like this, or I don't know really how and if that's even possible to do. I mean, I guess the best thing we could hope for is a bridge across over here, but that does not feel right, if I'm honest. The other thing we could just do is no. Right, what we could do is make a bypass track over here at this station, which would then serve as the track. But then, I don't know really. Maybe it's difficult. I really want to have a second track leading over there, and it can't be this bridge. If I were to build something, it would be a 9-long bridge, which would be acceptable. I could live with that, 9 long, 10 long, because it would need to be over here really. 10 long bridge. It's long, but I can live with that. Alright, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to redo this station proper, and with that we are also going to expand the amount of tracks here, so we might as well do that first now, and yeah, let's get to it. Alright, well that was a bit of an operation, but I think in the end it was quite worth it, and I think we did it quite neatly, though these bridges, they are a bit large, I must admit, but it doesn't look that bad. I mean, this bridge add-on does make them look rather nice, so I'm not that unhappy about it really. Now, this is this station sorted, and ooh, look at that. That is high production, and that should only go up now that this is like fully integrated into this whole 4-lane setup with these amount of trains. How many? Yeah, look at that. It seems that the production does indeed increase quite heftily. Right, that makes me only wonder. I mean, yeah, these are back to Gung Ho quadruple. Same for you. How's it over here? Back to Gung Ho quadruple. Same for you. And over here, they're only double, but you are Gung Ho quadruple. I wonder, does that mean... Oh, yeah, right, see? just unlucky timing. They just received a load of supplies, so you should be back to Gung Ho quadruple in no time. Over here though, I wonder how much is... Yeah, we don't have enough of these boats. Excuse me. We also, well, maybe we just barely have enough of these chemical trains. I'm not entirely sure on that. I don't think an extra one would hurt all that much, to be honest. So, yeah, you know what? We'll get an extra chemical train. Yeah, I don't think that is a wasteful investment. I mean, if one doesn't run completely full, that's not a shame, really. And look at the profit that they're racking up anyway. I mean, 270,000. Yeah, alright. We'll get ourselves one more. And then we should have enough. And then... it is... I think we have fixed most of the issues over here. Now, with those added chemicals, it might be just enough to kick this timber yard into such high production that we can lengthen up that train once again, so that we can increase the production over here. I mean, you're just doubling the production. Over here it's also just doubled. Right. I think that we might want to add some coal hauling capacity over here, if I'm honest. Yeah, you're still quadruple, but yeah, I'm not really that convinced about it. Now the next thing would be, well, first of all, I'm going to add a few of these stone where now I lost it. Where were we? Yeah, over here. We're going to add a few of these stone ships. Yeah, you do make profits, so it's not that bad an investment. We'll just add 2 more, so that we have guaranteed regular supply over here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, I guess the next thing would be to address the situation over here, really, because, yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. I mean, just look at this. There's traffic jams everywhere. Now, what I think would be best would be to, from this junction onwards, just, upgrade both the capacity of the tracks over here, of the station tracks, but also upgrade it to like proper 4-lane, I feel. I mean, yeah, let me do some quick track fixes over here. Oh, and by the way, this coal train that runs in between, you are going to get upgraded too, sir. Yeah, you go to the depot now, and once you're in there, I'll add a bunch more wagons, really. I'm not gonna add another train. Now, just to quickly, give a heads up about how and why of these stations over here. Upgrading these is going to be a more, more of a not so typical job, because these two are really close together. If we're going to upgrade these stations, we're gonna have to do it in parallel. So say I add a track over here, I add one over there, and we're not gonna have these bridged sections and all that. No, we're gonna have duo direction sections over here, really, with crossings in between. And those are pathing signals, so that trains can use any tracks, and that might cause traffic jams. Though the traffic in between here isn't that big, really. Yeah, right. Anyway, you are in the depot right now. I'll quickly add a few more wagons to this, and then it is time to upgrade some tracks. Let's see here. We'll add another 3 wagons, and we'll also add another mogul engine. By the way, have you? No, nothing upgraded. I was just checking there whether or not we might have had upgraded speeds in the wagons, but no, unfortunately we don't. Let's see, cool there. Right. Oh, and whilst we're here, before I start doing those track designs, really, I mean, how are the farm supplies holding up everywhere? No, it's not piling up here over here, really, if I'm honest. How is it piling up over there? It's also not really piling up, and this is already on double production. I mean, if anything, it's just being used. Over here? No, there's no farm supplies going over there. Over here? I mean, this is all, you know, looking rather okay. I guess I could add another tram. Yeah, I guess that would make sense, you know, so we might as well do that. We might as well add one more. But the farm supplies don't really seem to be building up as crazy as I expected them to be building up, which might be explained by the fact that the production of the coal mines here is mostly on double level rather than you know, quadruple level, which is, well, more or less how I wanted it. And you've been quadrupled though and just fallen down. Right, it seems that over here the fire supply situation still needs some more work and attention, if I'm honest. Though the chemicals... Hold on a second. Wow, yeah. What am I seeing over here? Where's the other train with the chemicals? That's you. You're just heading back now. It seems that we need a third train for those chemicals. That's good. Because, ooh, that's really good actually, because that means that we probably, if we, ooh, this is really promising. So let me just, you know, explain why this is promising. Because those chemicals, they add to the farm supplies over here. And those farm supplies are the engineering supplies over here. And those engineering supplies are just the thing that we need to jack up the coal production over there. See how that is like a, you know, a ever spiraling up, well, setup that we have there. I don't know, I feel like maybe the track upgrades there will have to wait a little bit. I first want to kind of like rebalance everything, which means that right now we're kind of at a wrapping up point. What have we done? Not much. Have we hooked up new stuff? No, we didn't. We did, however, upgrade a few things that were in dire need of it. But for the rest, yeah, I think I'm gonna let this play out a little bit, see how the engineering supply build-up over here is going, and then what we're gonna do is hopefully get these to quadruple, and then we will upgrade the tracks here. But this is, well, I mean, we checked off a lot of things that were on the to-do list. This one is still there though, but that's gonna be saved for next time when we play more OpenTTD.